Okay, we saw this for the other vocab question for this passage, that there's a lot of text that's difficult to sort through. But remember, authors in olden days used to repeat themselves a lot, and so we should be looking for repetition. We should be seeing if we can find matching ideas to help us understand what this word means, and we'll almost always be able to find them. So if I just look at that sentence, I don't get a ton here. Where's the word? Dominion's right here. Mankind have outgrown this state, and all things now tend to substitute as the general principle of human relations a just equality instead of the dominion of the strongest. So we can maybe see that we're dealing with a word that means maybe the opposite of equality. So if I'm going with my guess here, maybe it's something like instead of the, I don't know, like rule of the strongest, the winning of the strongest, something that puts the strongest on top, right? That's kind of what they're saying. Now, if we look around in the other sentences, we are going to see that there's repeated ideas and we can reinforce what we think. So let's look. As society was constituted into the last few generations, inequality was its very basis. Association grounded on equal rights scarcely existed. To be equals was to be enemies. Two persons could hardly cooperate in anything or meet in any amicable relation without a laws appointing that one of them should be the superior to the other. Right, so the stronger is superior. So how about instead of the superiority of the strongest? That might work. Skipping ahead, but of all relations, that between men and women, being the nearest and most intimate, and connected with the greatest number of strong emotions, was sure to be the last to throw off the old rule and receive the new. For in proportion to the strength of a feeling is the tenacity with which it clings to the forms and circumstances with which it has even accidentally become associated. It's a lot there that I don't understand. But something, again, like the old rule, the rule of the strongest, kind of had that before, so now that's reinforced. So we're not really trying to guess the exact answer, we're just trying to give ourselves the best sense of what's going on. And if we have multiple guesses based on multiple spots where those ideas are repeated, we have a better shot. So what's going on here now? We want to find a word that means that. Well, we have some words that are difficult, right? Omnipotence might be a word that we don't know what it means. Territory, though, does territory mean superiority or rule? No, a territory is like a physical location, right? So that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Ownership is kind of close, but let's put that word in there and just make sure that it actually fits, right? It's a just equality instead of the ownership of the strongest. Well, that makes it sound like the strongest are the ones being owned, right? You have an ownership of something, of the house, of a car, right? So it's the thing that's being owned is the thing that comes after in that structure. So this is flipping the meaning. What we're trying to say is that the strongest are the winners. And so this is kind of saying the opposite. So this is why we got to be careful, is that even though that word kind of does fit, if we plug it back in, it reverses what we're trying to say. Now, supremacy is a very kind of academic-sounding word, but it's a good fit, right? Supremacy means like winning, having superiority, and supremacy of the strongest means that the strongest are supreme. So that is a good fit. And so what does omnipotence mean? Who cares? It doesn't matter. You can get by without it here. Don't just pick it because you're afraid of it. Don't eliminate it because you're afraid of it. We're picking B, which is the right answer here, because we know it fits with our expectations. Now, omnipotence actually means being all-powerful. All-powerful. So it's close, actually. It's a similar word to supremacy. So the strongest were all-powerful instead of it's kind of weird to say, but I'll try. There was a just equality instead of the all-powerfulness of the strongest. The problem really isn't the idea of power here. It's the idea of all-powerful. Like God is famously omnipotent, right? He has every power. So this is too far. We don't really have that kind of like we're not saying the strongest were gods. We're just kind of saying that they were in charge. And so this word is too far, too strong for what the passage is justifying. So even if you knew what it meant, it still is just not going to work with what we're trying to say. So, don't be afraid of strong words, but in this case, it's just not right anyway. Go with words that you know that work, and then pick the weird ones if you know nothing works. Like, that's the only reason to pick a word like omnipotence, is if you've proven everything else wrong and you got no choice. Then that's okay. But in this case, find matching ideas, find the right answer.